We're live. We're live. We're live. Back with some more Danganronpa. Okay. Last time I streamed this. Which was literally earlier this morning at 12 a.m. Around that time. A lot happened. Monokuma's still alive. I'm upset at that. I don't think Kyoko's alive, but within the game, they think she's dead. The mastermind is not dead. Killing game's still going. We're in the middle of an investigation trying to figure out who's dead. Well, trying to figure out who killed Kyoko, because I don't think she's dead. I'm starting to think that Junko's dead body, that's Junko's dead body, meaning someone planted that bomb there, or planted that body there to use as a decoy or something. But, yeah. I have no choice, I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened or we're all dead. Okay, time to get started. Need to check anywhere that may be important. One end to the other. There's a knife laying on the ground. This must be a knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. This knife is familiar. Wait, is this? That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. Strange coincidences. Right. Wait a minute. Now I'm definitely for sure. Now I definitely know for sure that's Junko. Because this body has fingernail paint. Nobody else had any painted fingernails. Plus, well, they're not showing their fingernails, so I guess we can't really tell if it's somebody or not. I'm so confused. Knife at the crime scene. Hmm. Hmm. That's definitely Junko's body, because she's the only one with that red fingernail paint and fake nails. Hmm. Hmm. Look at everything. In the murders took place. Four? There's supposed to be five.
Yo.
What's going on? As you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there are precisely five. Yeah, right. What's wrong? There's only four here now. We're one short. Weird. I wonder when they disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and definitely five chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy.
It's like a jigsaw. Even if a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. Hmm. That's new. It's hard. How would we look into that? Top is wet and covered in mud and grime. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. Inside of the tarp is wet and dry. That bothers me. There's one thing in here that concerns me. Just gotta make sure. Hmm.
So, in other words,
I'd like to hear your alibi. I was asleep. I was slumped. Off in Honk Stew Land. Dancing in the flowers, dreaming about being outside of this crazy school. You know, the usual, the things that we dream to have that we don't have.
in other
Alibi?
words,
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. Why are you asking about that now? What's
naturally.
it? Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. You know that for sure. Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could. Kuma. He's been spending most of his time in the garden today, so I figured he'd be here. I confirmed that when I arrived last night, there was no body
In
here.
other words,
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. Remember, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night. What? So I found Hiro in the garden. Hmm. And in other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. You don't. Or me and Kyoko. If the victim really is Kyoko, since I'm the only one without an alibi.
what?
I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. No. Bad, isn't it? Hmm. I think I've checked everything. I mean, I talked to Toko.
In other, that's right.
Oh, here we go.
You're serious?
Down. Back.
It's all clear now.
What?
Just give up. What? Goodbye.
Hmm. Hmm. I got no idea where to be. Hmm. Oh my gosh, so whatever I'm looking for is on one of the floors.
You know? Huh?
The bomb. Hmm.
Let's go.
Hmm.
What? certainly possible. It's certainly... Such ignorance. What? Come on.
It's true.
Interesting.
Under the sheet. Class number 78, student registry, Bukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
Fuck it. Pink. It's a headmaster's room along with. Oh! Hmm. Name Mikiri Musaba, sex female. The ultimate soldier. Wait a minute. I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the ultimate despair, not the ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of the young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone, completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training for her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. That was profile. What's my soldier? A mercenary group. I feel a little wonk.
I see.
Never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Oh, you recognize it? The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers, but they do have their uses. They always get the job done, and yeah, That's what's worth remembering. All part of the world totally removed from one I lived in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already.
Found it.
Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player and a bit player. I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player and a bit player is becoming a hero. Our hero. What? Ah, it's you. Hmm? What have you guys in your? You got your little hand there. Uh-oh, you found her profile. So what if we did?
Hey.
Don't freak out on me.
Now.
I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know.
What?
Are school violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on dedication to organization and order. Why, even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. So you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely, I can't have you complaining about how unfair it is. And unfair all is, how can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Actually, one of the participants in this killing game.
Hey, in other words,
Right. There weren't actually
yes, indeed.
total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16 then.
Mukuro Ikusada's 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
Okay, then if that's the case, that means Mukuro Ikusaba is not the mastermind. We still don't know who the mastermind is, and somebody killed Mukuro.
The one they called, watch out for her.
The ultimate despair, though. I don't know. It's confusing.
Why?
Indeed. Well, now. Hey,
What? Such ignorance.
Doing here.
That's right.
Obviously, Marco was trying to tell us that Luca was the one creating the rules of the game. Why would he tell us that? Why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so that we would things later. But the mere fact, why Marco not helping his student? He needs to make our investigation fair.
It's certainly possible.
Kills one down, let's go kill me. Let's kill her, she killed Kyoko.
What? It's all clear now.
Hmm.
So, in other words,
Hmm.
let's go. I see. Very strange. That's right. I see. Very strange. Why? Hmm. What? Let's go. Hmm. Hmm. I see. What? Hmm.
Hmm.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
And then the time is coming.
That's right.
So.
Hmm.
It's been just figure out where.
Hey. What? Why? Could it be? Come on.
Hmm? In other words,
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. Oh, we're about to see Mukuro.
Hey,
Kyoko! I knew she wasn't dead. I'm here, no rules have been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive. No! That's a ghost! Stop talking. Fight, do it in a class trial.
What?
It's okay, there's no particular
is that
Wait.
right?
I don't know.
Indeed.
Let's go.
But
That's cute.
Correct.
For the dorm.
That's right.
There.
Whew.
It's covered.
So, however, wrong. In other words,
just a second.
Makoto. It would seem goodbye.
Hmm. Us six again.
I can't wait! I can't wait! Thrills! Chills!
Deadly class shot. Yes, I would like to save. Yes, I would like to overwrite.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, if you can figure out who, then I'll punish everyone Okay, well,
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently, you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all. That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
That Kyoko... Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing...
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Shoot! That Kyoko... Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
What?
Shoot! That Kyoko... Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body wasn't wearing...
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Kyoko... Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
God dang it. Okay, I know what I need to do.
That Kyoko... Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Never mind, I don't know what I need to do. I'm already about to die.
Shoot!
My God.
That Kyoko there is... Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body was...
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing...
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
I don't know.
Shoot!
I refuse to give up yet.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body wasn't...
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Why is that not working? I'm confused.
That Kyoko there is just... Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body was...
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing...
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong.
I'm gonna kill myself.
No, there's no way the corpse was... Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails. I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
I mean, he's not wrong there.
Doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, The gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right? If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure... I don't think so.
The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Shoot!
I'm gonna kill myself.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
I'm gonna kill myself.
then who died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so.
The face was scorched beyond recognition.
And there wasn't any description. Oh, if we can't identify the body...
No, that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and...
Cruel and unusual.
She's just being stupid.
The key to figuring is the tattoo on...
Well, yeah. The designer master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Okay. I'm back. Had to take that phone call.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay.
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Now I understand. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolute. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a coup-last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermind.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster, Hal.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
He's right. It had to be around...
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for...
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Shoot!
It's gonna make
We've
me fresh out.
established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time. We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
No, it's wrong.
My gosh.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent...
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean by denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my it?
Man, you're totally...
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why! I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! You don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! You don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. How can you say it wasn't the...
This should prove it. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because... While the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be? By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
By covering the body with the tarp,
The killer prevents.
So the reason that is because the sprinkler,
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
it's because that side was protected. Since it was facing down, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, it's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely...
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
more than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage? What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it.
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that...
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, So they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate. Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super...
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier. Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it.
Suspicious. The knife we found stuck in the body. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before,
That seals it. Just because I had the knife once, that automatic... Well,
getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
no, it's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Shoot! Shoot!
Oh my gosh. Bro, what? Oh my god.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
And the knife.
was just another piece of camouflage set up by the troop. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from... Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use,
Well, if you're so smart.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
I might be dumb.
go ahead, Makoto. Tell her.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? No. I feel like
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Shoot!
Then,
Shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of then there's only one other.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence.
And more than that, the victim had suffered
Countless wounds across her entire body.
Shoot!
Just kill me now.
Then, shall we continue
the
the
debate.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence.
I'm literally hitting the pink.
And more than that, the victim had
Suffered countless wounds across her
entire body. Then, shall we continue
the debate. The
victim's
fatal injury.
has yet to be determined, correct?
What am I supposed to do?
Shoot! I refuse to give up yet.
I'm gonna have a terrible score for this shit, bro.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's
Fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife. And then there's only one other.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that... And more than that, the victim had
Suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Shoot.
I'm so confused.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury had...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of. And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence... And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we continue? The victim's...
Fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself.
continue the debate?
The victim's
Fatal injury has yet...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah.
She was already...
And it wasn't because of the knife. And then there's only one other.
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be it.
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Shoot. Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal...
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered...
countless wounds across her entire...
Then shall we continue? The victim's...
Fatal injury has yet to be determined.
No, that's wrong.
How am I supposed to know?
The girl died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
How am I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know that?
All over the rest of her body. They didn't have anything to do with it?
I literally have 2
The
hearts left.
Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh, yeah, good point. If there were...
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head...
Well, the Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happened...
We already...
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
I got it! Yukiro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds... Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have... I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
You sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, It said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master?
You have no right!
The titanium, it was in the dojo.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
You sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, it said the weapon must have been about as... It seems like an arrow would just be...
No, it's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh?
Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Oh,
What? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto, this all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't...
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. There's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict...
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know. Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you...
Master would never hide.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Shoot!
Those words you just...
Exactly. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya,
Master would never hide something.
there's proof that you aren't the... Is that what you're...
You stated a theory. You said I hid and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Shoot!
Those words you just...
Exactly. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than...
Byakuya,
Master would never hide something.
there's proof that you aren't... Is that what you're...
You stated it. You said I hid the evidence and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
But could I really have done that?
Those words you just...
Exactly what I said.
I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide.
There's proof
That you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong! If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her...
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you... And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie? I didn't have the key to... Because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt if
You are correct.
so I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
No, that's wrong. No. Kyoko could have gotten in. You said so yourself. Didn't you, Kyoko?
Monokuma's secret.
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that?
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap. And that so I lost. That's all this means.
Then, you saying, Kyoko, you aren't the killer?
Okay!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time...
But that's ridiculous!
It's because you were late. So the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for a vote, but I guess we already know.
What? You got one right. Coco.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
What the heck? Did I pick the wrong thing? After school lesson. Girl, don't hold your breath. Wait, I'm confused. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Toko's dead. Byakuya is still alive, and what the? Makoto has Yasuhiro has a Byakuya has a. What is happening? Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope, 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 hope. This is hope?
No!
What the heck? Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Claim. Oh, that's right. I have to do. I expose Kyoko's lie or not? Was that a possible future I just saw? Alright, then we'll let it go.
Well, have you decided to accept? I see. So you still refuse? I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key.
you. But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key.
There's only one other possibility. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What? It had to be Makoto.
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. Let's think about it one more time.
Huh? A hidden sub?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Lucaro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us.
Okay.
Huh?
Time's up. Class trials on.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because
What
you
the-
were late. So we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting.
Voting time?
Wait, no, we normally come to a conclusion. What is this? A, give me my A. Nice. I want to come coins, although I'm probably not going to be able to use them.
Chosen as the blackened. Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What is this?
What's it gonna be?
And then everybody's going to vote for me except for Kyoko and me. What just happened? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it. Good job. Good job. Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always, just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way. Time for your heart pounding. Why do I? Kyoko!
Don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Monokuma caught on, so he freaking faked the entire trial. It's the same execution that Kyoko got! In that alternate reality. What was his third option then? After school lesson. Bro, what is up with y'all and not breathing during these trials? Or these executions? Don't look back. Don't look back. Keep your eyes closed. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Breathe, bro. Breathe. What the? Alter Ego! Are you gonna say? She stopped the machine! Alright, stop the excavator! Stop the excavator! Wait! Wait! I'm gonna follow my death! Overcooked. Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be. Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it, all the hell. I don't believe this. Seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning. What was that? What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit in a way that's even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he really? Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? What the hell's going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time, huh?
In other words.
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did
What are
you...
you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. This massive high school. Did my game file just get corrupted? You mean to tell me, because I died, I have to start from the very beginning again? Academy. Raise hope. Hope peak. Gate. Me. What the heck? What? Where am I? Stop. Did the game actually reset? What the heck? Finally. I can finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this another dream? Dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. Awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the bare scent trash piles across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation. I find myself in, but I wasted away and died. No, I can't let that happen. Not after what friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what happened. Alter Ego saved me. He used up the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give him now for myself and for my friend. If that... Yo, what? Where? That's the rocket from the very beginning of the game that he stuffed the student in. That's a rocket in a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. What the heck? It's over here. Is that an airplane? I'm feeling like that wind up in the school's garbage pit. Okay. And then I fall down here with me. Oh, it's locked. Sometimes I push or pulled or kicked at it, didn't budge. Out of here isn't gonna be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. That was pointless too. Next I search for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all around a bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked on all sides. There's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that How are you gonna unset? Yeah, I'm not gonna question. I'm not gonna question. I'm making that proud declaration next. Go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. It was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left. After not being able to eat or drink, I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. All I did was sleep and sleep. Like I was waiting for some kind of sign from falling up. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. What the? Strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. Watched a pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Something called could have been. Did my piece of trash just fall down here? Carefully stretch my hand out to go wherever.
Just a second.
Piece of trash. Kyoko!
Smells awful.
Kyoko! You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So,
It's obvious I'm here to help you. I'm glad you're here. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. Give your head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash.
hey,
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out of for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Phew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I keep going forward is about do that. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Guys, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know why we're here or why it's happening to us. But yeah, we're back in this now. But Kyoko, why did you come to rescue me?
so
To pay a debt. Or no, to atone. Atone? During the cross trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. Actually, what I I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
Well, listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to
it's
survive?
true.
I'll tell you everything. You just might have to
In
survive
other words,
so that I can do what I came to school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope Speak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak.
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Once. Until recently, I had forgotten what it was. You've forgotten, but that's... Amnesia. That is really true. What's your memory? Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to us? To each of us as soon as we arrived at the school first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted and I woke up. I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnection. Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability is. But what would forget all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine. It happened by chance. It seems much too inconvenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because... I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why? Why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. The mastermind just stole them from you.
However,
It could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. This is why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help
why
you?
is that?
If I did that, we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
Correct.
What? Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? So I just want to know if she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust around her. In which case, it only means that she would see memory by herself. That being said, there's a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be a mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been a mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just I'm not used to relying on others. No, I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. It's like you had a reason for doing all that, interesting.
so
I think there's a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I'm definitely able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective. And the reason I came to Hope's Academy was there was someone I had to find here in school. I had to find someone in school? Oh, well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Academy. The headmaster? Why'd you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father! So I was wrong. She's not here to kill the headmaster. She's here to see her dad. Honey, your dad might either be dead or kidnapped or dying. One of those three. What?
In other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Host Peak. His dad is the Host Peak's headmaster? And that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought headmaster was involved.
I.
Huh?
I. What?
So,
I.
My memory had to come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It made perfect sense now, of course, because my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
However,
Makes sense, but listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no more misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. Only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. What did you see in there?
so
And the room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk, drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind,
it's
right?
true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Some kind of map.
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Host Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured that the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check. That's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
Once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was that? So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
so
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important and really ominous.
however,
No idea what's going on. It has to do with Mukuro Kusada, doesn't it? Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right. But that means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her? What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial for Mukuro Kusaba was to get me killed. To get you killed. I stole that key and disappeared. In retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. That was the point of this class trial. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
that's right.
Exactly. With no restrictions, you're free to explore Host Peak Academy at discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. And the mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Kusaba, was that there was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean during the night.
I...
I can hear them now, you know? The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this,
Anyway...
which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. Intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever that masked assailant was. They ended up dead,
Correct.
and their murderer was disguised. And the dojo key wound up in my room. It has to be the work of the mastermind. And this child's away. This will mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind,
Indeed.
right? Exactly. I don't have a conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they could interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. This game is so long. It's long. It's the good kind of longness that like you'll keep wanting to play. But like, dog, all this? You did all this? I thought I had to start a whole new save. So what would have happened if I chose to run away? Hold on. Hold on, chat. Okay. I'm going to quickly change it to this. Oh my gosh, freaking ad.
Same old phone? Nah. Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold 7.
which is when the runaway option shows up. So it just doesn't let you run away. Which leads to that. So nothing happens. So nothing happens. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I just finished the Mukuro Ikusaba trial. Mukuro, they needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So does that mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered, huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of our other ultimate, the other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one. So Mukuro Ikusaba was helping the true mastermind, the true ultimate despair. But she messed up, which got her killed. Let's take a quick break, guys. Alright, I'm back, chat. I'm back. Oh my god. Got myself something to drink. Got me a snack. Woo! Check my phone real quick for any notifications because I didn't bring it downstairs with me. Alright. Let's get back into this. It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. How many times are we going to bring this up before we just call it the tragedy? For like, just forever. Just call it that without having to explain what it was. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then there, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. That is our real enemy. Chapter 5, 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie. Finished! To be continued. You received the Dream Island rocket present. 5 alive. Finish chapter 5. I will overwrite. Woo! Wow. What a chapter. What a chapter, chat. What a chapter. So now, not officially, I think, might be officially, might not, but we have finally reached end game territory. So once again, I will say this, for this may be the last live stream I ever do on this channel or in general. Right now, tell your friends, tell your family, tell anybody you know that is subscribed or not subscribed to the channel to go over to Defender King 109, subscribe, and check out the videos, like the videos, hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload over there. Because I promise you, when I start uploading, it's gonna be more consistent. I swear to it. And if I don't hold to that consistency, well then, whenever I upload, I upload. But hey, just be patient with me. I got a lot going on. So hopefully, I can get through it all. Hold on. Okay. But, yeah, once again, I went downstairs real quick to greet my mother hello. Alright. Let's get into it. The ultimate despair. Two people who caused tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has been revealed. Finally been revealed. But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figure out the rest of the story came... Wait, figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Alright, I guess let's try the door again. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Oh yeah, Kyoko, don't you have that key still? Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room? Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in a school, right? We should be able to use it on the door, right? Alright, can we now interact with the door? Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it, slid into the keyhole, and then... Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally! We're finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a break of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm kinda getting nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There's a time that when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Wait a minute. Okay. So guys, there is another Danganronpa like video game. I can't remember the exact name of it, but the entirety of its premise is to not only solve mysteries, but that you are a detective solving these mysteries, but you have some special ability and you work alongside death to find the actual murderer and find truth and all that. Could the main character of that game be her sibling or something? Or maybe that's going into her father's past of when he used to be a detective? Hello. And turn on live chat so that way I can see y'all. Most family seen that way. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. That has to be the game. That has to be the game. This has to be a reference or something. Or like a little Easter egg of some sort, maybe. But, huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So, because we take pride in it. Pride. Detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's like, it's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. That's before I came here one night, I was looking up info about the school. I never saw anything about her because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope Speak Academy, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. Wait, is her dad not a Kirigiri? Or is that like a mom's side of her family thing? Her mom's side of the family thing.
what?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Dang! Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father
However,
about. There's something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. What? Okay. If I was in her position, screw all severing ties and all that. That's my father. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember much. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. Okay, so he is a Kirigiri. Got it. He was talented, and he had promised the future, but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. So he was a Kirigiri, and he was like a master detective and all that, but he didn't want that. He wanted something more. Not long after that, my mother died. Ooh.
and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And I was, and and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him for losing me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy for him to take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. Well, okay, that's not true, really. Because there's still the slight possibility of him being like, you know what? I'm gonna give you a choice. You can follow the family name and become a detective, or you can do whatever you want that's outside of the family. It's your choice. Because personally, me, I never really had a set plan for myself. And my parents really, well, they cared, but they didn't care to the extent that they were like, hey, I need you to do this. This is what you're going to do. They care to the extent of like, whatever you do in your life, as long as you're successful, I'm proud. I was above Kyoko on the ladder. I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
so
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind, like I said. I think it was a good thing.
however,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. Hey! I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. You don't have to do all that, though. That's just wow. I just can't get behind the fact of like, hey, we're done. You're not my dad. I can't get behind that. But at the same time, I guess it's because like stop looking up the skirt. There's nothing there. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, just to cut him out like that, our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Hey! Looks like this is it. On the other side of this door, Hostpeak is waiting for us. We're back. Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where it will come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. Release me! The hatch opened with ease, and so... Release me from my shackles! Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Alright. There's not much to look at. So, imagine that's where it leads. I mean, it had to be something, right? It had to be something. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the Mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might... You're worried? Yeah, of course. Then let's just get a concrete answer, huh?
In other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's... If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. She said that she pointed...
As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind isn't the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. Does that mean...
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuro's... whatever. Investigation. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was.
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiation. I'm still a little super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the
Shall
gym.
we go?
Let's get going. Okay. Last chapter, chat. Oh, it's cold. Wrap myself up in a blanket. Ooh. I'm anemic, y'all. Leave me alone. I hear some of y'all in the comments right now. Oh, he's cold. It can't be that cold where he lives. You're right. It's not that cold right now. It is hot outside. I'm pretty sure it is. Still, I am anemic. Let's give it a shot one time for the one time. But instead... we are throwing well, not every single Monokuma coin in, but we are throwing at least the amount closest to however many we have. What is that? Oh, what the heck? It has to be really good if that happened. Is that a skull? Alright. Once again, we're wasting away all our Monokuma coins. It's a scarf. Red scarf. A scarf belonging to a certain masked hero. It's tattered and worn due to countless battles, but it's been... Bardock scarf? The references go crazy. Jimmy Decay t-shirt, Emperor's thong, hand bra! A bra designed to slip over your hand. And its slogan, raise your hands, raise your spirits. Muramasa. Okay, we got that. Then the Berserker armor. Silent receiver. Pretty hungry caterpillar. Oh! That's what that was from last stream. Antique doll, yeah. Crystal skull. A skull carved from pure rock crystal. Some think skulls like this were created hundreds of years ago, perhaps with alien intervention, and consider them oop art. Alright. We've gotten rid of all of our Monokuma coins. Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much, but Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really going to be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you? So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, do whatever you feel if you have to. What? But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that it matters to you. Right? Huh? I lose? You explain yourself! What do you mean by that? Well, you set up this last class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me. I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about? But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that. And in response to that unexpected development, you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you, an entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery, alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of being that could come to our aid, even after you killed it. Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did. So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. The Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose. You talk a big game for saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto. And you can prove this, right? No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this? A comedy routine? Too much bold claims without a shred of evidence?
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type. If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire. But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey.
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it, because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square, then I suggest you take my advice. So what is this advice of yours?
True.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Oh, snap. This is it. This is it, guys.
Hey.
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our last chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, the mastermind themselves. Well, reason would the mastermind have to accept that challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey climax. The puns, they hurt, guys. Does that mean you accept? If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? It would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Will your hope win out? Or will my despair claim the victory? I hate this. Let's have one final grisly showdown. Please stop. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this. But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting pen. For this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Oh. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school, then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement! When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure. When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this is... Oh. Before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure, so what? I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And that it's a true statement. Hold on, guys. So the video might end here, guys. Well, not video, live stream might end here. The thing is based on school regulations. Yes. Trying to exception home push. And began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to Alright, this is probably going to take a while for it to even finish the dialogue, so I'm going to save here, and I will see y'all in the next live stream.